If you think the world would be the same without Kazakhstan, think again. Have you ever imagined a world where the largest landlocked country on Earth simply didn't exist? No vast steppe landscapes. No strategic bridge between Europe and Asia. At first, removing Kazakhstan from the map might not seem like a big deal, but in reality, the absence of Kazakhstan could reshape geopolitics, space exploration, and global energy markets. Let's start with geography. Kazakhstan sits in the heart of Central Asia, connecting powerful neighbors like Russia and China. Because of this location, Kazakhstan acts as a critical corridor for trade routes between Asia and Europe. Modern rail and infrastructure projects linking China to Europe often pass through this region. Without Kazakhstan, many of these routes would become longer, more expensive, or politically complicated. Global trade connections across Eurasia could be significantly weaker. But Kazakhstan's influence goes beyond geography. It also plays a surprisingly important role in space exploration. In southern Kazakhstan lies the famous Baikonur Cosmodrome, the world's first and largest operational space launch facility. This historic site launched Yuri Gagarin, the first human to travel into space in 1961. Even today, rockets carrying astronauts to the International Space Station often launch from Baikonur. Without Kazakhstan, the history of space exploration could look very different. The Soviet Union and later Russia might have struggled to develop early space missions. The space race could have unfolded in an entirely different way. But Kazakhstan also holds enormous natural resources. The country is rich in oil, natural gas, uranium, and minerals. In fact, Kazakhstan is the world's largest producer of uranium used in nuclear energy. Without these resources, global energy supplies might shift dramatically. Countries relying on nuclear energy might face shortages or higher costs. Energy markets around the world could be more unstable. Kazakhstan also plays a stabilizing role in Central Asia. It acts as a major economic hub and political partner for neighboring countries. Without Kazakhstan, the balance of power in the region could shift toward larger powers like Russia or China. Smaller Central Asian nations might struggle to maintain independence or influence. And culturally, Kazakhstan represents the meeting point of many civilizations. For centuries, it was part of the ancient Silk Road, where traders, travelers, and ideas moved between East and West. Without Kazakhstan, this historic network of trade and cultural exchange might have been far less connected. So when we imagine a world without Kazakhstan, we're not just removing a country, we're removing a major bridge between continents, a key player in global energy, and one of the most important locations in the history of space exploration. And that raises an interesting question. If Kazakhstan never existed, would another power control the heart of Central Asia? Or would the entire region and, perhaps even the history of space exploration look completely different?